Guess what comes out tomorrow? The Last of Us Part 2. Guess what I'm reviewing right now? The first one. Duh.
This is the intro, bitch. So just watch my shit.
And that's what I'm talking about today, The Last of Us. Tomorrow, The Last of Us Part 2 comes out, and before I get into this review, I'm not going to talk about the spoilers that have been leaked, or the supposed spoilers, sorry, that have been leaked. I had someone who wanted to get my attention that I didn't want to talk to, send them to me. I'm like, dude, that's not a way to get my attention. You can go fuck yourself. But we're not going to talk about those spoilers, because the second one isn't even out yet. And also, we don't even know if they're real. And thirdly, I am going to stay up all fucking night editing this review, but let's do the review. Beginning of this game, people, tears, man tears all the way. Why are there man tears? Well, Joel loses his fucking daughter. Yeah, that's fucked up. And then the whole world starts going to shit. There's zombies, there's explosions. There's this really cool section where you're actually in a car looking around, and then like people start running at you, and you're on the road, and then something explodes, and you have to run, and then you turn into Joel, and then Joel's carrying his daughter because they were in a car crash. She broke her leg, and then this army dude is like, hey dude, you know, what the hell's going on with you? There's people here. And he's like, Sarge, there's a little girl. I can't kill a little girl. And then he shoots at them, and Joel turns around to save his daughter because Joel's a good guy. And then his daughter winds up bullet wounds all over her. It's fucked up. And he starts crying, and I start crying, and then we all start crying. And it's just 20 years later, and Joel's in Boston, I think it is. And Boston looks like Boston. It just looks shitty, because Boston is shitty. So Joel does some shady shit. He kills people because, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do in the apocalypse, right? You gotta save yourself. Numero uno me. So he meets up with this person, and he is tasked with taking this girl, Ellie, to the opposite side of the country. And the reason you want to get Ellie to the opposite side of the country is so you can find this faction of people called the Fireflies, so they can get her blood, because Ellie is immune to this whole zombie husk real world disease thing. She's been bitten like 7 days ago and she's perfectly fine. Yeah, that's not normal. Along the way of transferring Ellie from Boston to Washington, you are just on edge the whole time because you don't want people to see that she's been bitten. Because if you've been bitten, that's like being black in the 1960s. You're fucked. They're gonna beat the crap out of you, and they're probably gonna kill you. But who are Joel and Ellie? Who plays these wonderful characters? Well, Joel is played by the great Troy Baker. Everyone loves Troy Baker. He has that southern gruffness and that southern charm that I like. I like the South. And Ellie is played by Ashley Johnson, who at the time of making this game, I think she's like 20 or 25, but at that age, holy shit, that bitch could act. And she can still act. She's gonna kick ass as Ellie in part 2. It's gonna be crazy. And since Ellie is a teenager who grew up in the apocalypse, she's sassy like all teenagers are. She tosses sarcastic remarks at Joel, and it's hilarious. She curses more than I did when I was 13.
Holy shit, Joel. That was fucking close. Shit, you're gonna go in there? Fuck. Jeez. That thing scared the shit out of me. Let go of me, you fucker. I am none of your goddamn business. Fuck you. Haha. Fuck you too. If you guys would give me a gun, I can help you kill some of these fuckers. I know. Step on the fucking pallet. It's so fucking cool.
Something I have to touch on for this game, the graphics. Holy hell, this game is sexy looking. When I first played the game, the first thing I saw in Boston was when that building was falling over and is sitting on another building. I was like, dude, that looks good. That shit's sexy. Also, the combat slash stealth. My favorite thing to do is stealth all the way through it. Like, I am hiding behind bushes. I'm throwing rocks, waiting for the little fucking zombies to come at me. The gunplay sounds good. Even on easy mode, you are saving your ammo for every single thing. Like, you're not always gonna want to kill a zombie with a fucking shotgun, because that'll check other zombies, and then they'll pile on top of you, and you'll fucking die. And you don't want to die. Dying sucks. But, speaking of dying, I have to bring it up. It looks cool. I don't have one favorite sequence. I tried, I can't. My first favorite sequence, Bill, you're in his town with all the traps and the school. That shit is fun. It's a good sandbox to play around in. You get to learn more stealth and more combat, and you really just, you get an idea of what everything else that's to come is really just gonna be like, because after Bill's down, shit gets nuts. Speaking of shit getting nuts, my other favorite part is winter. Winter is the shit. Ellie meets up with this cannibal dude who was like, a while back, this guy killed a bunch of our friends, and rumor has it he's palling around with this girl. You know anything about that? And right then you're like, oh shit, let's get my gun. Oh fuck, you are so fucking dead. And then you're in this restaurant. He's hiding from you and you're trying to sneak up on him, and you gotta go around the broken glass. It is such a tense fucking scene. I remember every time I do it, my hands just get all sweaty. And since the building's burned down, you're on a time limit. It's just nerve-wracking, dude. It's crazy. But the zombies. Okay, so these zombies, apparently this disease that they have is a real fucking disease. So the thing where they have like these fucking fungus growing out of their face and everything else on them, that's a real thing. Apparently it doesn't affect humans yet. So I don't care if you're doing a stealthy play or anything, when that hospital segment comes up, when you're gonna go save Ellie, you go full on Rambo and you fuck shit up. At the end of the game, Ellie and Joel are heading back to Tommy's settlement because Joel wasted the fireflies and killed them all. And he takes off. And Ellie asks him, like, tell me everything that you told me about the fireflies is true. It is. Okay. And it cuts to black, like the game's over. That's it. The first time I played the game, the first time I finished it, I went right back to the beginning. I played it again. So before I talk about the second game, if you don't want to know any speculation, that's cool. I'm going to give the rating for the first Last of Us game, and I will say that The Last of Us is fucktastic. So now I'm going to have a couple predictions for The Last of Us Part 2 if you spoil this fucking game for me.
I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
First thing I think is going to happen, Joel's going to die. As unfortunate as it is, the man is in his mid-50s now. He's gonna die. Another thing, I don't think Ellie will die. One more thing that I think would be awesome is at the end of the game, Ellie creates her own settlement. You got Tommy's settlement, you got the Fireflies, and then you have the Bittens. That's the dumbest fucking name in the world. But what did you think about my review of The Last of Us Part 1? Do you like The Last of Us Part 1? Do you think it's as fucktastic as I do? Let me know in the comments below. Y'all got floored.